Where's that bottom hollow on that ridge? There's about 23 feet of it under soil that washed off of somebody's land because of poor farming practices. Poor farming practices is overusing chemical fertilizer that has no energy or no carbon in it. Good topsoil is going down in Gulf of Mexico along with the fertilizer. If you've been paying attention to the news and paper, there's a big dead zone in the Gulf because of the fertilizer that's washing down the Mississippi. That microbes can't use it because there's no energy in the soil. On the left is a holistic rancher. On the right is a conventional rancher. Both of these ranches are 10,000 acres. This is west of Mason. The guy on the left, they call that pretty grass. And he's running twice as many cattle as the guy on the right. The guy on the right is running out of grass. The guy on the left never has to buy feed and never runs out of grass because these guys that belong to the organization learn to graze the cattle the way the buffalo graze. Buffalo always graze in pretty close herds. That gave them some, gave their kids some protections when outlined the wolves, down the graze and pack spread out. But they learn to graze the animals like that. Whenever they graze the animals in a fairly tight herd, the animals, more or less, they should say they eat in a frenzy. They walk around, they bite all the grass off. But if you got that same amount of cows in that other ranch, when it's all open, well, instead of the cows, eating in the frenzy and biting everything off, they walk around and just eat the ice cream or the paper until it's wiped out and gone. Then eat the next paper, and then the next paper. On the left, if the cows, when they drop urine manure, it filters way down into the grass. But as it decomposes, it's giving off CO2. Well, all of the wood and all the plants, the carbon comes out of the air. The plant takes the carbon out of the CO2 in the air and makes wood out of it and releases the oxygen for us to breathe. Well, on the left, when the bird knocks down eating that grass, there's always green leaf blade there to capture that CO2, that carbon dioxide, and put it back into the system. The guy on the right, when the cow drops in the dirt, it covers up some of the grass, smothers it out, and then there's no green leaf above it to capture carbon dioxide that's being released from that dirt. You see the difference? If we just study nature, we figure out what to do. These ranchers study nature. They studied under a guy named Alan Saber. He's the one that really discovered all this. This is what a pasture should look like around this part of the country. Big mesquite trees, you leave them. They're one of the best assets we have here. They don't know how deep the root will go. Mesquite tree is a lagoon. It don't allow nitrogen from the soil. It fixes its own nitrogen. The canopy of a mesquite tree, the sun can always shine through. You won't have grass growing under a big oak tree or something like that, like solid shade grass can't grow, but under mesquite tree, grass grows all day long. See, out in the very open, sunlight can get so intense, say from noon to 4 o'clock, photosynthesis shuts down, the plant stops growing. But under mesquite tree, you can have photosynthesis all day long. Again, it studied nature and figured out what she can do in all these years. They've got machines like that running all over the hill country called the cedary. One time we didn't have all these junipers and cedars all over the hill country. It was grass. It was overgrazed and the cedars took over. There was no forest fire or anything to stop them. They could get above the grass. But this is one of the best things that ever happened to the hill country. It's spreading that cedar out. But incidentally, that soil is real out. It's all bleachy, like white rock. That cedar is acid. It's red. See how it's spread out? This ranch hasn't had any grass on that ranch. But after just a few weeks, grass is coming through after it got some rain. 16 weeks later, we get grass. Before it was nothing but white rock. That pasture is like that because it's overgrazed. Now, there's no belief that cedar is toxic to plants. Well, some species is. On the right, you see that nice tomato plant, that 5-gallon bucket is grown in pure cedar from the hill country. Cedar sawdust from the hill country. That tomato plant on the left is grown stone and cedar sawdust from the Bastrop area in the east. That's a different cedar. That's a juniper Virginiana. We have the juniper ash shot here. Promotes growth. Virginia, juniper Virginiana. It kills things. But it's good because Virginiana is the one that brings cedar closets, cedar chests, and things like that to build this. This is over in Hayes County, near San Marcos. The county agent's place. That county agent always had me come give talks on organic gardening and on mulching and composting and stuff like that. And this guy named Jeff Caskey, he paid attention. He always wanted a peach orchard on his place. But there was no water there. There was water piped in for household use, but you could drill the china there for irrigation water. So he got to thinking, why don't he mulch? Maybe he can grow trees like that. So he got some equipment in there and he mounded up the topsoil on mounds, about 18 to 20 inches high. And as soon as he got subsoil, he went all that good soil and mound. And then he got all of the tree trimmers to come along and dump their tree trimmings on top of that mound. And that tree trimming was like 12, 14 inches thick. And then after a few rains, that rain collected on that mulch, so it was solid and couldn't evaporate away. And when it was time to plant trees, he would mark the mulch, dig a little hole down in that good soil under that seed, and then plant a tree and give it 1 gallon of water. And that's all those trees ever got. Well, every time I go here to talk to Cliff, he'd say, Malcolm, you gotta come see my peach trees, I mulch. Well, after about 2 or 3 years, I finally told him, let's go see just peach trees. I'll expect to see the other trees. You know how many trees he has mulched like that? He's never used a pesticide. He's done no irrigation. His trees don't freeze out. They come out and they become flawless. The guy makes money every year. He has 1,200 trees mulched. Wow. This year he's got a beautiful peach tree. And there it is. All he's doing is working with nature. He uses no chemicals whatsoever. No fertilizers, no pesticide, no irrigation.
Yeah, so you mulch with cedar?
No, he just mulches with anything they bring out. Oh. That's a good question. Yeah, cedar is a good mulch on it. But you can't limit it. Any organic matter is a good mulch. I like cedar in our area because the soil is so acid. So alkaline, cedar is acid. The cedar is good mulch. Now, if you're over in the Bastrop area, that cedar over there, though, sets plants back. 1,200 trees. Never fertilize them, never irrigate them. You sprays nothing on them. It's 100% organic, and he's making money. We got into the mulch and the compost business, and people always ask me, which is the best mulch? I said, well, I guess they all work the same, but I wasn't sure. So I did a little test. On the right is a cubic yard of pine bark, spread out 4 inches thick. On the left is this native tree trim, what they prune on the power lines around here, 4 inches thick. I put a spring in between them and soaked it overnight. And then we went, something like 120-some days without any rain whatsoever. And I wanted to see how well the whole moisture. Well, nature gave me a good time to test it. So the first thing I did after 2 weeks, I went on a moisture meter and stuck it in whatever soil anywhere else. See where that red leaf is? Between dry and moist. The whole place where no water was ever put down. The meter was really dry. Then I put that moisture meter through even mulch. See where the needle is now? It's pegged out on the wet side of the bottom. It had no water to apply, no rain to preserve the weeds. See what 4 inches of mulch do? Put that around your shrub and never have to water. It traps all the water in place. Now, under that mulch, you got microbial activity, grubs, pill bugs, earthworms. You got everything working on that mulch at the soil level. Because what we're doing, or what you're doing when you put out a mulch, you're duplicating the profile of our soil. You know, in nature, when something dies, it's just deposited right on top of the ground. Dead animals or whatever it is makes no difference. Each year there's a new deposit. There'll be a few dead animals, birds and stuff, things die, they ain't old age, well, each year there's a new deposit of leaves and sticks and everything. And the new animal problems to inoculate it for